Plan.
The saxophone weeps a lonely blues down on a street with nothing to lose. Saw a flash of fangs in the alley's grind. Someone's running out of precious time. There's a heavy breathing beneath your bed, filled with all the things your mama dreads. She said it sleeps, but the fear is deep, and we're the only promise they can keep. Hear the call cut through the smoky blue. Hootie, hootie, hoo, when the darkness comes.
Oh, hey.
Here we are live.
It took me a second to remember how to do it. It's been so long.
I'm telling
Hey,
you,
everybody.
we have got out of the habit. I'm trying to get where I can. Oh, look at there. Get where I can use my phone to see chat. I don't know. It's screwed up rig I got going on. We got 31 votes in here with us.
Oh, wow. I can't. Oh, I see it now. I must have been late.
Yeah.
Barbara, Hillary, Chad, Carmen, Bobby,
Yeah.
Katie,
Looks like
Rex, Verby,
Yeah, ain't Verby.
Robert, Brun.
Yeah. Hey y'all. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Wendell,
I mean,
Larry.
we may get wild and crazy. There's Katie G. Big love, Katie G. Everybody loves Katie.
Troy was in here.
Was he? He may have gave up on us. We're running a little
He
behind,
did send
y'all.
me a message and said that we better not cancel. He said you better not
It's my
cancel the
fault.
show.
It's my fault. We're late. I had company. I had some of my buddies come over and we grilled out and been hanging out outside. Got a fire going. Oh, everybody's fixing to leave. I told them, I said, look, y'all, I gotta exit stage 13 right now. We're about to go live.
I was getting worried. I swear I didn't know what happened. That's what I was telling you backstage. I said, I believe you had the same delivery driver I had.
No. Misty, like she rose from like sergeant asshole to like captain asshole this week. God, she like had my blood boiling. I was done like fixing to go. That movie Taken with Liam Neeson. I was fixing to like use a special set of skills on somebody.
I was laughing so freaking hard about that. And then come to find out, y'all, I was pulling a prank on Spencer and Greg. And I had the worst timing ever. And I twisted JR's arm and made him help.
Y'all, look, one of my buddies is a police officer. He lost his battle with cancer this week and only 40 years old. I mean, got taken way too soon, but the Lord called him home. And I'm in the middle of a funeral procession. Like, I'm in my patrol car. We got like 40 officers and 40 patrol cars. That's not counting the fire engines and the ambulances and everybody else. And plus, like 100 cars. I'm in the middle of funeral procession. And Misty sent us this message. How was it you worded it? You can go ahead and fill them in about the message you sent us.
Listen, I ain't gonna say who it was through, and I did not intentionally send it while he was in a funeral procession. I'm sorry about your buddies, you know that, but yeah. I mean, you don't waste a good joke.
Oh no, apparently.
Oh God, I had delivery sent, and well, I looked outside and I thought, well, they're gone. I'm gonna go on out on the porch. Nobody was there. JR was going to the store. I'm crying already, and well, they were parked out like in the road, not in my driveway, and so I'm like, okay, they ain't there, so I'm gonna run out and grab my stuff. And as soon as I went out on the porch to pick everything up, here dude came carrying a case of waters on his shoulder, and he was on the phone. And I mean, he's speaking. I don't know what it was. It didn't sound like Spanish, but I couldn't tell you. It was fast and it was loud, and he was coming down like this. Well, he looked a little sketchy anyway, so I got a little nervous. I went in the house and locked the door. And then I thought, well, I'll go back out here in a little while. My phone and everything was outside. And so I didn't even have a phone. I had the dog and I had, other stuff, but oh, so I wait and I'm like, okay, finally, he's got like 10 minutes. He's got to be gone. I go outside and I don't even realize that he's sitting out of my driveway finally, or, out from in front of it and down at the end of the road, just kind of sitting there. So I come out to the barn, get my phone and, my drink, all that. And I'm out here for a few minutes and I go to walk back in and dude's still sitting there. So then I really got nervous. And so I send Greg and him a screenshot. Oh, and it didn't even show that the stuff, like anybody that does delivery for certain places, you got to take like a picture and show what, where you dropped this off at in case the people say they didn't get their order. Well, when I got to looking and I was sending them the information, I said, listen, if something happens and I get gone, I said, I just want y'all to know I had delivery. And it was kind of sketchy. So needless to say, I'm still here, but
Well, she's got us on high alert because we're thinking, it's sketchy dude just doesn't pull up and he's acting weird. I was waiting on her to say, well, hey, everything coast clear, it's all right. Dude didn't snatch me up. But oh no, that ain't the message I get. No, hell no, that wasn't even close.
I just stopped messing them back altogether because Spencer started it. It was his fault. And I'm not going to lie. I did feel bad about, doing that to you because I knew you'd be really upset and he could give two shits less. But he made the point to say that nobody's going to take me. I'm too mean. They're not good. They're just going to leave me or they'd bring me back. And so that he wasn't worried. So I made the point to make him a little worried.
Lord, look, the next thing we know is I'm getting because like I said, she done told us about this sketchy dude, big burly sketchy dude that not really too fluent in English. And if something happens to me, y'all need to find this guy. Well, nothing happens. It gets quiet. I'm setting to a funeral by this point, at the funeral home. Well, then I'm in the middle of this funeral procession that has to go like 12 miles. We're running the speed of smell. And JR texts. We get a group text from JR. And that's what I'm looking on my phone right now. That way I won't mess it up. I'll actually read it off to y'all. But we get a text. And like I said, it's from JR, group text to me and Spencer. Let's see. Right here. Okay. This is the text that, let me find it. We had several texts yesterday afterwards, after the joke was over and said and done. I can't.
It was bad. It was to the point to where, y'all, I was outside and I come in the house and I heard JR's phone just going ding, 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 ding. And I knew right then, I said, we got to stop this. I said, this is about to get bad.
This is totally out of character for JR was the main thing. But it says right here, this is what it says. JR Haynes says, hey, have y'all talked to Misty in the last little while? Question mark. And then it's got, I just got back from the store and I can't find her. And she's not answering my texts or calls. Her truck is here, but I can't find her ass, LOL. I don't know if she's wandered off in the field or what. Well, look, yeah, I got it. She's all about wandering off. So Spencer's reply to it was laughed at the message. And I put not in a little bit, and I'm kind of like worried, kind of like, well, shit, this is not good. And then Spencer goes, she was just posting in the group text 10 minutes ago. She's probably still hiding from a Walmart delivery dude. Well, and then he goes, well, there's a Walmart order on the porch. And then I comment, she seriously said the delivery guy was really suspect. And then Spencer comes back, well, she posted it 4:27. So we're coming up with a time frame of, it's like CSI done kicked in. And then I put, she said the guy was really creepy looking. And then Spencer sends this little screwed up picture of this little kid and says, she said he was big and scary looking, and he parked down the road from the house for a minute. And then my reply was, damn it, she better not have got snatched. Well, then it rocks on. And then JR asked, WTF, are y'all effing with me? So that look, we've done rose to another high alert because, JR's like, are y'all screwing with me? And I type back, I'm in the middle of a damn funeral procession, but I can head that way in a few minutes. Seriously, I can be there in 5 hours. And I said, I hope you're effing with us. And then he finally breaks the ice. Now look, all this didn't happen all at once. This was over the course of 20 minutes. And then finally, JR puts back, okay, Misty put me up to this, or effing with y'all. This was her idea. And then Spencer, he's airing out his grievances. And it was like, I'm sitting, Spencer's kind of chuckling about it, and I'm over here figuring to go full Liam Neeson. I'm figuring out who I ought to torture and terminate. I was like, I'm fixing to have to drive 5 hours to go to Tennessee.
And y'all, I promise, we are not trying to make light of nobody being kidnapped or nothing like that by no means. I done this because Greg had been having such a crappy past few days, and he had lost 2 friends in 2 days, and I thought, well, I'm just gonna mess with them a little bit because I knew yins would worry, but then I knew if we could pull it off or whatever, I'm talking about
I didn't have the full scenario. I was actually gonna drive my patrol car because I knew, hey, look, I'm in a marked patrol unit. It might say Alabama on the damn door, but my ass is going through Tennessee. And I done come up with a list of armament that I needed above what I already had, and I've already could take down a small platoon. And I done figured, hey, nothing else. I'm gonna go by Ashby's and load his big ass up. And he's gonna go with me.
Oh no, it wasn't. I really was worried for a minute. I'm
sitting here.
JR, and he was like that. He said that is really weird, and it was. Because he knows I get deliveries, pretty regular. But the way it all played out, it was strange.
Yeah, I thought I was beginning to wonder. I thought you was middle-aged lady now.
Yeah.
Yes, that Rex 100%. Buford T. Justice ain't got shit on me. Yes. That was the only thing I really figured was going to save her because she had that upper pod 5 training. Look who snuck in right here.
Hey, girl.
Hey, Misty.
What you doing?
Tell her what all you've been eating.
Some sausage on a hot dog, a hamburger, some chips, a brownie.
She's had a smorgasbord of all kind of. We grilled out and done hamburgers, hot dogs, sausage dogs, made a pan of brownies. We had cake. They had all kind of goodness.
What all did you cook?
We cooked 4 packs of hot dogs. I cooked 3 packs of those sausage dogs.
Do I need to come and show them how beautiful your company is?
You can walk over here and say hey to everybody.
No, I'm just going to tell everybody.
No. This is my buddy Mark's wife, Dana.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
How are you?
Yep.
It's nice to meet you.
You too.
We've had
Abby.
Bye, G8.
See, girl. So now we're doing exactly what the man cave was created for, is to get over here and hang out with friends and family. We've had a big time this evening. They got a big fire built outside. They ain't had no booger activity, I don't reckon. You ain't had nothing going out there, hey? All right. But
yeah, I know a lot of people's been having a lot of stuff going on the last little bit.
Look here, P. Willie. How come you and Pop think that is the infamous Peyton? That is Peyton Williams, Rogers' overgrown boy. That's exactly right, dude. I told him, I said, look, I was fixing to come up there and use a very special set of skills.
sausage dogs? Is that like what we call up north bratwursts?
Well, yeah, kind of. This right here is the ones I cooked tonight are freaking awesome. If anybody can lay hands on them, I'm gonna tell you, it's some of the best ones I've ever had. And this is almost like blasphemy to say this, especially in the state of Alabama, because anybody that's ever ate Conecuh sausage knows how wonderful it is. But this stuff, y'all, will rival Conecuh, and it's It's Troy Landry's. It's Troy Landry of Swamp People. They got a sausage out that's got his name on it, and it's the mini links, and they're the same diameter as a regular hot dog, but it's like 3 foot of it that's looped around in this package. And oh my God, it's some of the best sausages I've ever eaten. Link sausage, it's Cajun link sausage, and they are glorious.
The McConaughey's. That ain't what they're called. I don't know. For some reason, I've called them things that for years. And that's what I thought the name of them was, but it ain't even close to that.
Oh, Lord. That's only eaten by what was it that you struggled with? It was what is the religion that you struggle with? It's only by people that are Episcopal wearing moccasins.
Episcopal.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Episcopal.
Episcopal.
Yeah. Go ahead. Say wearing their moccasins.
No.
That's her kryptonite.
I feel like I'm being set up here.
This is her kryptonite. Oh. Oh my God. Oh man.
Somebody's trying to come in and they're not connected. I don't know who's trying to come in, but we've been having problems on the other.
It may be Roger and Peyton. It may be Roger and Peyton.
But it's saying they're not connected. It won't let them come in.
Flop up there. Get up in here with me. This girl right here's got so big, she mashes the stuffings out of me now. She got cold outside. It's about 50-something degrees down here in North Alabama right now. She done went there and fridge, and she's got a shirt, looks like it ought to say Ringling Brothers Barnum Bailey on it.
Conecuh. It's not, it don't even sound like McConaughey, but that's what it
was.
They always got called.
And look, people, I've heard it called all kind of stuff, but the reason everybody here knows is because it's made in Conecuh County. Okay. And that's it's just right up the road from Flat Rock's house. Yes.
Roger, I guess.
And wearing people.
Yeah, that's it, Hillary.
Yes, Mossicans. They may be the same people that go around eating spaghetti all the time, too.
I don't say that. I can say spaghetti, but I do have a hard time saying certain things. And
spaghetti is a really screwed up word to a lot of people. I mean, I've heard it called spaghetti my whole life by people, and I'm like, what?
It's funny. I don't know. Most of you have probably seen it, I guess. But when we was going to do the ghost stories one night, sitting outside, but we didn't want to proofread or like pre-read anything. I mean, what's the fun in that? So we just flipped through till we found something and started reading. And lo and behold, that was what was in there. And I tried my best, and everybody thought I was just dumb and couldn't pronounce it. Which I was, but I know what the word is, but I just can't. My brain and my mouth don't work together on that, and it just don't work. Oh, hold on.
Hit invite, yes.
Hey.
Look at that. There's P. Willie.
Rowhair's over here.
I can't get on.
He shuts.
Well, look, go over and sit on Peyton's knee. He's big enough to hold you.
This chair's got enough weight on it as it is.
Oh, stress test it.
She's leaning.
All right. Roger, I don't know. It was coming up and saying, "Hey,
It says you got him blocked.
no."
Y'all blocked and banned him from the account from the.
Oh, no. You may have
That's
you
what
may have
Rex
shut Roger down.
Yeah, his beard's got long.
Greg's beard?
Uh-huh.
Hey, look here. I need to be over here ironing it. I can do that during the show and show everybody what it takes to groom a beard.
Oh man.
He pulled out a beard steamer when we was over there the other day, didn't he?
Hey, look here, son. I can draw this thing out like water.
Yeah.
Oh, so how in the world did you get Rachel to come down there?
You called?
Yeah, I called her and I was like, "Hey, you want to come down here?"
Anybody, look, we need Rachel to jump back in the screen. She can throw the sales pitch on her candy making.
Come here.
Come here.
Come here.
Oh, I know. I swear it looks so good.
We can
It
ship
does.
it, and for an extra fee, they'll send it by Falcon.
Hey, look. Let me show you something.
Hi.
Talk about your cankinis.
My what?
Yeah,
Cankinis.
My
Yeah.
cankin? Oh, that's oops.
yeah. Look, tell these people how they can find you on social media and order candy from you.
Oh Lord. Okay, on TikTok it is All Things Bling Candy. I know it's a weird name, but I didn't want to redo the whole business thing when I swapped. So on Etsy, that's where I sell it through. I started doing other stuff too. It's not just the crystal candy, so it's a lot of different stuff. If you like nerd clusters, I make some like homemade nerd clusters. Those are real big right now, so they're good. I done gained probably 20 pounds because I've been eating the hell out of them.
Oh, it all looks good.
What? I keep seeing it pop up on my feed, on TikTok and stuff. And
Oh, do you?
looks like you've about grown that into a monster.
Yeah.
Or
Well, I was just telling
something.
Peyton I work 2 full-time jobs now because I get done with work. I go downstairs at 3 o'clock and work till about midnight, sometimes later.
Yeah.
So, it has
Well, that's
turned into a
cool.
monster. Yeah.
I hope you're the best. I can't wait. Maybe you'll have a big factory and you get Peyton and Roger in there overseeing something.
Wouldn't that be nice? That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the dream anyway.
I'll be overseeing the taste of that stuff.
No doubt. Be the taster.
The taste tester. Well, yeah, I
You
appreciate it.
got? Is it
Thank
the
you.
Wi-Fi? Are you on the Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
Hey, no, listen. It come up and said he's got to connect his mic and his camera before I can add him.
Oh,
Yeah. I don't know how. I don't. He never had to do
You
that.
probably go into your settings because where you went through and blocked all your.
No, if he'll close that completely out and go back in the link, it should pop up at the very beginning and ask for to allow access.
I followed the instructions and I did that.
Yeah,
and
I
I'm
know.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
you
saw
done
your
good,
name.
Peyton. I'm proud of you.
Not Squatch and Holler.
It's bad. He does how many channels and he can't even figure out how to get in.
Heather said hi.
Heather
Hey,
said
Hey,
Heather.
that.
Heather.
I love it. Peyton got it. Not squatch and holler.
I love it. Their place is so nice.
You on a tour? You want to see the ducks? I'm gonna show
Well,
y'all some ducks.
Mixie wants to see the ducks.
Whether you like it or not, y'all finna see some ducks.
Look, when you get over and we see the ducks in the screen, Misty's hands are automatically gonna curl up and she'll start doing this.
Yeah, I tell you, they're cute as hell.
They're not so little no more.
Oh, hold on, I'll put you on.
Wow.
Let's see.
Mel, watch out. Misty's going to come down there and steal them.
Yeah, she'll be duck napping.
Golly, they have got big quick.
Yeah. No dang no.
Just thinking,
No, you don't. Man. What are
They're
you
like millworms.
You just gonna get you be like y'all gonna be professional duck farmers or what's your plans with?
Yeah, I'm trying to train them to attack at the moment. They're not very good at it because they're too fat to walk.
Yeah.
You could probably
Get 'em marching.
outrun them if you really wanted to.
get them marching where it's like quack, quack, waddle, waddle, quack, quack, waddle, waddle.
We started naming them after the Lonesome Dove cast.
They are
Really?
cute.
So far, we got Blue Duck, Lori Darling, Gus. Oh, there's one we thought was a goose at first because he wouldn't do nothing but honk. He didn't sound like a duck. So his name's Honky.
Well, Greg, you know blue duck can't fly, right?
Yeah.
Or
Let's
duck.
say the blue duck.
Is that them, ain't it?
Rachel's trying to look y'all up. She can't spell woodwalkers.
Look, I got it.
It's night owls. It ain't
Yeah,
no
we're on
woodwalkers.
They're on the night owls. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it 1313?
Yeah. OWLZ 1313.
1313.
13.
OWLZ.
I got the old.
I'm sorry we hijacked your show.
Oh no! Hey, that's why I
I'm
sent
not.
a link. I told you to come on. We didn't have nothing planned. We was just going bull crap for a few minutes.
We sitting out here close to airport listening to gunfire.
Roger. Peyton and Rachel's been on this one.
Hey Abby.
Hey, Roger.
Who all's in there? Is it?
Look, somebody said.
Okay, yeah, I see Wanda. All
Wanda.
right.
Yeah.
It's about a 1/4-inch screen. Sorry.
Get you, Mike. Well, your eyes ain't bad. It's your arms is too short, Roger. You just got to pull it play up.
No. I told you that story about that guy. He was one of my dad's friends. He was short and had short arms, and I handed him an El Presidente cigar, and he had it, and he was trying to light it. I said, "Here, Doug, give me the lighter. I run out the other end and light it for you." He said, "He's like F you." I'm like, he was cool, dude. All right, it's gonna sound like stereo now. Peyton got his.
Is that gonna
Yeah,
mess with it?
yeah.
I guess I'll go back inside.
It's not.
Go sit
No,
under
it's
the
not.
lights.
It's not.
It's fine.
He ain't got close
Well,
yet.
I
though.
wasn't beside him.
Oh.
Oh.
Hold on, I'll go out to the
You're gonna freeze over there.
probably.
He threw some crap in the
I'm
fire.
sitting
a while
out
ago,
here in the
but-
greenhouse. Got the
Cold.
propane heater going. It's cold
Might go
tonight.
in
It's
the-
supposed to be like 40 here.
Might go in the garage.
I'm gonna have to get a pen and paper or crayon because y'all got Wanda all kind of thrown out of gear because she can't figure out because Roger's in the dark and Peyton's in the light. She's like, well, where are they at? Well, they're all at Peyton. She's like, well,
All you can see is my head.
yeah. Roger and them's in the
Roger's got a
jar.
floating head.
Yes.
Looks like.
Well, look, in order to see Patrick Noble, it's like we're talking to somebody invisible at night when we do a live chat with Patrick because he's always sitting in the dark. I reckon he's electricity. I'm gonna send him a case of birthday candles.
Not squatch.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah,
Hey,
Pat-
everybody. It's just getting here.
What did we miss?
we missed
Nothing.
you.
Us just telling a story about Greg thinking that I was taken.
Yeah, I missed all that.
Yeah, but she didn't asshole Roger. She's just being nice to Roger. She was scaring the shit out of me and Spencer was about to panic. But you see who really loves you. Spencer's like, the hell with it, they'll bring her back. Hell, I think she's gonna find it.
You'd have stopped and got me though on the way there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd had to come by and got Roger and then they told got Ashby.
He was a little worried too, I think, but because I think I made him mad afterwards because I never heard from him, and I only heard from him today because I had to find out about making a thumbnail.
Have you got this guy on like camera or something? Because I want to see what somebody has to look like to scare you.
That's what I thought. I thought, man, this thing was really suspect.
Yes.
Y'all, I'm telling you, it was a weird situation. Like, I told the guy thank you twice. He wouldn't even pull in my driveway. Didn't even take a picture of the actual house. I don't even know whose house the dude took a picture of. He took it out of his car window, the side of somebody's house.
Wait a
No
minute.
grocery bags or anything. I mean,
So we're getting a real story. He was scared of you.
That look, She was just upset that the dude's name wasn't Javier. He was too big for her to drag him out.
Yeah, well, look, you build a theme park, you build it, they'll come. So, hey.
Yes. She said she's
I
building
don't know
on
what
Six Flags over Tennessee up there anyway.
I know, right? I don't know. It's amazing. It's going to be a bed and breakfast or something.
Yeah.
I
It's
get
like
bored
botanical
easy.
garden.
You
With
can
a
see a little bit of it, maybe.
Bigfoot swimming pool. And
Probably not.
Look, she's thinking how to start making stuff double decker, 2 and 3 stories tall, because she run out, she can't go no further wide. She's got the whole.
Yeah, it's
was it
about
window? Was it DoorDash?
Yeah, said that they wanted to have it.
Or delivered?
No, it was kind of like that. I really probably shouldn't have said, but it was Walmart, so it was. And dude was fine. I mean, because you got to be checked out, I guess, pretty decent, because it takes a really long time to like get a job with them. I mean, people's been applied for months and months and still can't get on with them. And
Hey.
so, I mean, I'm sure he was checked out and everything was fine, but it was a really sketchy situation.
Hey, some of our friends one time they went to a concert in Nashville, and it was two girls, 2 women, and they said they were having a big time, and they called for an Uber driver, and this big black Escalade pulled up, and they jumped in it, and they said, "Where are you going?" Whatever, and so they told him, and they got to looking around, and he wasn't even an Uber driver. He just pulled up and picked him up. And she said, "I thought we were gonna get killed." She said, "I gave him $100 for not killing us." Y'all need to be careful where you jump.
And that happens a lot. I think you have to have a sticker now.
Yeah.
Oh, they were drinking. They didn't even know.
Well, doesn't it pull up their face? And
Well, it does now, but yeah, but he was doing it illegally, so he didn't. He was just making money up there in Nashville. And
We had
Breeze,
a Uber driver the other day just bebopping through the motions and set the food on the stoop out here on the front porch. And I don't guess he realized that the front door, the shades were pulled all the way up. And Mac is sitting there looking at him like this far from his face through that glass. And he looked up, and I can see him from the couch. And this dude, I thought that he needed a new pair of pants, because it was he looked up, and Mac is just staring at him through the window. And he backed up easy. I don't think Mac's gonna bust through the window, but he didn't like it none.
Mac ain't no little boy either.
I know. I always got to watch about having mine out too, because he scared the crap. Oh, he's pretty. He scared the crap out of the daggone mail lady. I just let him out, and she pulled in the driveway with her window down, and I said, "God, tell me he didn't jump up on the mail truck, did he?" Her eyes was like this whenever I went out and got him.
So what scares people about Mac? He don't have a tail, and he looks odd. Make him get up, Peyton, and show everybody what it looks like.
he's resting.
I think Bama said that was the biggest German Shepherd he's ever seen.
I have the smallest one.
Yeah, they had him at the LBL trip, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Well, you can't see he don't have a tail from that angle.
Okay, hold on. Let me try to figure out how to turn this camera around.
But
Look, he
He
looks
does
odd.
look odd, German Shepherd.
He's got a dog bun. Y'all,
There's
Look
Roof
how
Girl.
light colored his face is.
y'all,
What?
I'm gonna
Speak.
suggest
Speak.
something.
Speak. 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 Hush. Speak.
He's like, nope.
Look,
He
I
acts-
want
Yeah,
to
brother.
recommend something. Y'all,
Hush.
any of y'all that have never seen like some of the first Night Owls or whatever, go back and watch those again. Sometimes I turn those on, I'm crying, laughing. Like the one with Jeffrey and the zip line. I forgot what all we said that night. I was rolling, crying the other night watching that thing.
Dog, that's a dog.
Those are on. I think those are probably on the Woodwalkers, isn't it?
Are they? Yeah, I
The-
don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
There's only maybe 4 on this one.
Yeah, but look, if you hadn't got on and seen the even I think there was some that we labeled. It was like after hours or
Yeah.
late night or something, wasn't it?
HootersUnited@gmail.com.
After hours, yeah.
Going crazy.
You got it, admit, Roger. That email's that's gold. So.
That fits. That fits.
I thought it was.
Can Misty pet him? Don't pet
Hey,
dog.
did y'all say
I
on
played him. He's very
did y'all saw that Misty done brought home she brought home a treasure today. She brought home a 1940 model washing machine with a ringer on it.
Yeah. You have to tie everything up before you wash that thing. Use that.
Roger
I love it.
was already he was giving her the warning label of don't get your booby and the ringer.
Yeah. My grandma had that happen to my grandma one time, and I didn't know they were telling the truth. And I had never seen a ringer washing machine like that. And we were out one day, and my uncle's that's exactly the washing machine that my mama had the accident. I'm like, oh my God.
That's what Mom put our ducks in.
Yeah, I know. Oh, Rachel. Me and Rachel had ducks. We were about 8 and 5 or something like that years old, and my mama got these little ducks, and there was an old washing machine like that, but it was just a tub part, and nobody knew anything about ducks. There was about 5 or 6 of them,
Yeah.
and there was some water in that thing outside, and she put them in there, and we were watching them. We got tired and went inside, and we didn't know they couldn't float without any feathers, and she murdered our ducks. I went out there to look at those ducks, and all of them were on the bottom.
The Duck Master,
Chase me out.
1974.
Wendell, does Roger's honey okay? She is now. We took her to the vet.
No doubt.
Y'all, I'm not making fun, but I swear to goodness that when that happened with Wendell and his hands went in her mouth, she puked 3 times. She puked twice there, and when we got back to the cabin, she just puked all in the floor. And I'm like, oh my God. Apparently she don't like the taste of, she don't like the taste of Vaseline, I guess. That's the only thing I can figure. Y'all explain to Hillary what we're talking about. I'm sorry, Wendell. It's just the truth. Somebody said, what's wrong with Wendell? I said, oh man, I gotta fix it. And somebody said, what's wrong with honey? I looked over and she's wah.
I told him last night, I'm pretty sure that all the ticks at that Wendell and LBL, they fell off and died a horrible death.
Yeah.
Oh, crying.
I gotta be good, y'all. I'm sorry.
Wendell knows where
that teachers are providing me. You know, I think she was real protective of Trigger, and we've never seen her act like that before. She got home, she was okay.
Yeah.
She even growled at Peyton. Peyton told her to shut up.
Really?
Wendell's got his own built-in superpower. We don't have to worry about a Bigfoot getting him. They bite him and throw him down.
Well, he's gonna be dangerous when he gets all these loincloths and thongs and stripper poles. That's all.
Look, if y'all not seen the video of Wendell with his loincloth cutting the jig or whatever you want to call it, I need to watch that. Now, look, you know, it needs like a warning.
I will pay somebody to not show me that.
Hillary, Misty, explain to Hillary what got caught in the ringer. Jeffrey, what does Jeffrey?
You know how you turn the thing to wring the water out? Well, I guess Granny was leaned a little too far over the washer in her moo-moo with no bra on.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why the saying was they're bitching like they got their tit in the ringer. That's where that saying comes from.
That's where it came from. Yeah, you had to be careful.
Yeah.
Well,
They-
I
they-
don't
they
have
were
no
tell-
worries about that. Like, I'd have to lay plumb on it.
well, they were telling me back when I was younger that they had a washing machine that had a 5 horsepower kickstart motor on it. And I thought they was full of crap. And I
No.
saw one day.
You know, you can still buy a gas-powered washing machine. They sell it brand new, but you have to get them through like the Amish stores.
Are you serious?
Yes, you can buy a gas-powered washing machine. You can.
I think you're lying.
No, look it up. Look it up. They still sell them to the Amish people.
Oh, the kickstart 2-stroke. What is it?
Hey, look, it's got a foot pedal. It's a little foot pedal. You stomp on it, and that's what it's like a small kickstart. I swear.
Don't let the Englishmen know
Okay,
about that.
listen,
They'll be
now
putting turbos and everything on it.
I've got to have one of these.
Supercharger. Yeah.
You'll hear whistling from the neighbor's house. What the hell is that?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, the little motor on them, best I can remember, I think they're 2-stroke. They sound pretty much like a weed eater running.
Yeah.
Washing machine drag races.
Oh,
Yeah.
Misty soup that thing up. I washed my clothes in 12 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't even have to hand crank the ringer.
Oh my gosh. Heather's
Hey,
over here.
Greg, no tang titties for me.
No, no. I'm
Y'all
crazy.
Roger said today he was telling that story about his grandma or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. My uncles used to say
Greg
that.
said she gonna have orangutan titties.
That's a Kid Rock song, ain't it?
Oh, man.
Oh, great.
You just got to shorten it down to tang tees.
Y'all,
I
Wanda,
can't breathe,
Wanda,
y'all.
I want to see Wanda's face. What's wrong with these youngins?
I'm sorry. Y'all. I had to-
I can't help it. People like me and Misty was born with the like extraordinary, out of bounds imagination. That's just the way my brain works.
Close to me.
Rachel, when I first turned this on, Rachel was talking to Heather, and she looked up. She said, "Did he just say the speed of smell?" I'm like,
We got a message. We got a message from that young lady right there, and her dad was been a fan of the show. Roger, we met her daddy at McMinnville and talked to him.
"Did we?"
I got talking to him. I called him today and left him a message, and he called me back, and he was the gentleman that talked to me and you. He lives in North Alabama up here,
Okay.
and I had a great conversation with him. I talked to him and but man, we talked for gosh, an hour and a half. Did a real great conversation. So I told him he's got my number now and told him to call me.
Hey, Peyton, come put some wood on the fire. Oh,
All right.
Rachel got it. She might throw something you don't want in there.
She's burning fishing rods.
Yeah, I'm gonna get off here, y'all. I just check in and see what y'all's doing.
You ain't gonna need to run off. We're gonna solve more problems here in a minute.
No, or cause more problems.
I was going to get off and come out there to you so that we're not. I mean, 2 heads on one screen is probably better than
Well,
one.
I'm gonna get off here and you just bring yours out of here then.
Well, I got to charge it. It's on an iPad. That's only like 13%. So
You knew this show was scheduled like.
unless you got that little hamster wheel charger in your pocket,
No,
then
I
don't
got
know
a
what I'm gonna do.
I got a kickstart charger. We can.
Kickstart iPad.
Hey, I've been thinking about something, Roger. I wonder if we could jerry rig up like one of them little, like a little generator deal and make it on a rod and rail, or like a reel part. You can just sit there and roll it.
I'm sure we could.
I've seen people use like drills.
Yeah.
Somebody hooked one up to a drill one time. I think they just threw a length of fishing string out on the roll and somehow come up with something to go in the spool and reeled in a fish.
Anything would be better than. Reckon what kind of retard come up with those shake flashlights?
That's yeah. I seen somebody
The
one
same
time
one that
showed
made
up
the
at work.
shake weight.
Somebody
Yeah.
showed up at work and they had a headlamp and it was like cool, like streamlined LED band across their head, but
Yeah.
it's got you can just wave across like that and it'll come on. Well, we're up there in the barrel house at Jack Daniels, and every time they'd cross a 4x4 post that holds the building up, it would shut off. And like, I'm like, dude, you throw that away. That ain't
Yeah.
count.
That's almost
Hey,
as
them,
cool
I
as
don't care. You can
a
say what
clap
you
on,
want. Them
clap
little
off leg lamp.
What?
A clap on, clap off leg lamp.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
somebody has
I
one
got
now.
it. I got it, man. Look, everybody needs the leg lamp that you clap on, clap off.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Rachel
Does
said,
it got a
no.
built-in clapper?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got it. I'm talking about a Christmas story leg lamp. I got one,
Yeah.
and it's clap on, clap off.
Is it a big one?
It's right. Usually it's
Oh
behind
no,
his
it's
head over in the
smaller.
corner.
Couple of feet tall. But yeah,
Wow.
here.
He put a garter on it. It comes with
It
one.
comes in, yeah, it came in one. Yeah.
All
My
right, one
granddad
side.
on my mom's side had one, and he'd put it up in their window every Christmas. And
He's
my
showing it now.
grandmother would get mad.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Hold on. Hold on. Let's see. Go down,
I see the glow.
Greg.
Antlers.
He set the camera down so he could clap.
No, you know you have made it in life when you got a clap on and off leg lamp. From
Couldn't even
Christmas.
see it.
Y'all didn't see it?
We saw the top of it. We saw the hip.
No, you
Oh.
was showing the.
I'm trying to see the leg.
Oh, well, here, hold on a minute. Watch this. Abby she loves to go clapping on and off.
Hold on, let me get where I can see.
It looks like a horse.
Yeah, I know. Right? Like,
All right, everybody.
y'all ever watch a movie like Wrong Turn? That looks like a scary cabin in Wrong Turn.
Okay.
I hope PETA's not in here.
Yeah. What kind of shoes did it have on?
Oh, it's got a high heel shoe, I think.
This is my leg lamp and my Bowie knife mounted to the wall. While you're looking at the knife, I'm going to beat you to death with a leg lamp. It's probably full of lead or concrete or something.
Hey, look, this right here, the man cave is it's like Wrong Turn, Cracker Barrel, and a hillbilly clubhouse. I'll roll up into one.
You put a smoker out there, it'd be Bucky's.
Hey, I got one. I got my big trailer smoker in the yard, son. That bucket ain't got shit on, man.
Start selling rhinestone cow skulls for $500 a pop.
Booger brisket.
Look, you better not stagger and fall and hit the wall in here. You may come out like a frog in a blender. I got damn knives, machetes.
Y'all crazy. I'm getting off here.
Oh,
Talk to y'all later.
all right, man.
All right, bye.
We'll see you.
See you. Have fun.
Oh man, look! I noticed a while ago they was talking about the episode that we done that Halloween 2 years ago when Kane was blind. I'm just so glad he recovered.
Yeah, me too.
I'm just gonna tell you, that's probably one of the funniest things.
Recovery.
That was one of the funniest things we've ever done, and that was just absolutely totally impromptu.
That was so freaking fun.
This baby got to go get in the bed. I love you. Bye, baby.
Bye, y'all.
I'll see you tomorrow.
I love you.
Hey, I love you, girls. Y'all be careful.
Love you, Misty.
You send me a
Love
text.
you.
Oh man, that was hilarious, y'all. Anybody that's missed that, if y'all can go back, I wish I knew how to tell them which episode it was. Look, it's gonna be one of our Halloween shows, and it would be 2 years ago, right?
2 or 3. I think it might have actually been. That was actually on Roger on Squatch and Holler.
Was that on
was
there
his-
for the
Yes,
Halloween?
remember I think it was our very first Halloween because we had it was either the first or the second one. Might be the second one.
That was the year that we all dressed up like the Roaring Twenties. Whenever that was.
No,
Well,
no. I had dressed up like a zombie bride. Remember?
Okay,
I was,
yeah, that is right. So that's been 3 years ago.
yeah. So, and that was on Roger's channel, and
Okay, I can remember.
because
That's right. Yeah,
we done one on our channel and had Cam and because remember I dressed up every show that we done that year for Halloween the whole month of October. And,
yeah. That's right.
on ours, I think I done the vampire, and then on his, I was the zombie bride. So yeah, that was a really good show. But that, if y'all want to watch that one, go to Squatch and Holler and watch that, the Halloween special. Roger was absolutely crying.
Oh yeah.
His face looked awesome. He dressed up like Pennywise, and he was calling himself Nickel Dumb.
Yes. Nickel Dumb, yeah. That was priceless. And that's the thing about it, the awesome thing was Kane just went right with the whole program, you know. He started acting like he was blind. Oh, that was good. And Don seriously, he thought he was blind, and I could kind of see why, you know, it wasn't nothing on Don. But oh my God, that was funny.
Yeah, well, I mean, if I hadn't known Kane, I mean, and he didn't. In his defense, he had no idea. He had never met him, nothing. And Kane did look blind.
Yeah, he looked like he was blind. Ray Charles blind.
Oh gosh.
Yes, priceless.
What was the funny about it though is we're all texting each other backstage, and I expected Roger. I mean, we had just met Don too, so we thought Roger was texting Don, letting him know what was going on, and Roger's over here sending a text, and he's like, "Somebody just kill me now." He thought Kane was going to be off in pieces because he didn't know Kane either.
Yeah, and Kane just going crazy.
Like he can't find it.
Yes, Kane's like feeling around, searching for shit.
He sends me a screenshot. He takes a picture of him looking down with these big old dark black glasses. It's funny when y'all see stuff, but when you know what's going on behind the scenes too, and you're sitting there and you can't even make it through a show because everybody's just crying, laughing. Roger's makeup.
Oh my God.
By the end of that show, he had smears where he was crying, and you couldn't tell no more what was going on with Roger.
No. Oh, that was a fun show.
Oh man.
But yeah, we've had some really good our late night shows and our night owls, y'all. I mean, look, we want to set this up where we can talk about spook stuff, shit. We talk about anything, but we wanted to give somewhere to blow off some steam and show y'all how crazy we are. So here we are.
Yeah, and it keeps the other channel more serious. I mean, we do cut up and go on there too, but you know, for the most part, especially when you have guests, you're respectful, or you try to be anyways. I mean, we still have to throw jokes in if it happens. I mean, and everybody, I hope nobody takes offense to none of that, because we do it to everybody.
Roger with the blind Kane was stressful. Yeah.
Where's it at?
Oh.
He didn't even know who he was at first. Roger had never even met him, and Kane came out with like 2 or 3 different costumes on different names.
Oh man. Y'all look, if y'all never met Kane, Kane's the guy that you gotta meet now. Kane is a good dude. And Kane, yes, I mean, look, y'all, his research, he does some hellacious kind of research. Now, he, like Spencer said, he may show up dressed like Stevie Ray Vaughan, but hey, look here, he's going to be there.
Yep. I texted Misty, who is this?
Yes.
That was funny. That was, out of all the shows that we've done, like, cut up shows, Halloween shows, or whatever, it wound up my favorite one being on Roger's channel. And I don't know if anything's ever going to top that. That was
No.
the funnest freaking show.
That was priceless. And we sat there, couldn't hardly breathe.
We tried to get him to come on, but he said he wouldn't even be awake. So,
Yeah. Yeah, he's probably done snuggled up. Yeah, that brother, boy, that's exactly right. Man, it's either laugh or cry, and there ain't much on crying.
oh, hang on a second. Let's see. Yeah. He is. Yeah, him and Eric both.
Yeah, yep, him and Eric both from Ohio.
Roger said he was panicking. He was. It was funny. We were laughing because he had no idea if Kane was going to be mad, who this was, what was even going on.
Yes.
And he had just started his show. So he was all new to it. We broke Roger in on that show, didn't we?
Yes, 100%. My God. Which now I'm going to tell you, talking about our funniest episodes, I still think when we got the Upper Pod 5, I don't know what episode that was when we shook down on the whole Upper Pod 5, but that was priceless. That was one of my favorites too. Because we were really killing down there.
Oh, man. Tell us something funny, Greg.
Well, look here. Robert wanted to know, Misty, have you ever heard booger activity in and around Dollywood?
Well, there's a lot of stuff that goes on up in that area, but it's not just around Dollywood. It's Pigeon Forge going up into Gatlinburg and all that area is where it is. Townsend, Cades Cove. So, I mean, all that's kind of pretty much the same area. And there's a lot of people talks about stuff that goes on up there. DA, him and his wife was in Gatlinburg whenever they had stuff happen to them in a cabin that they had rented up there for, I think he said, the weekend.
Yeah, he said, they found a big footprint right outside the bedroom window at their cabin. Yes. Honey buns, Upper Pod 5, ears for beers, bacon in the wind. Yeah, all that was honey buns and Marlboro. Look, Misty, I wonder what the trade ratio is right now. We know the economy's kind of tanked. I wonder what the conversion rate for Marlboros for honey buns is right now.
They ain't no telling, because I know I've had to cut down on the sweets because it was getting expensive.
No doubt.
I did make some good cookies though. I made 3 ingredient peanut butter cookies, y'all. Literally an egg, sugar, and peanut butter. Bake them about 10 minutes. Not bad.
You only bake them 10 minutes?
About 10 to 12 minutes.
Wow.
You just want to make it, put your egg in there and your peanut butter. And what I done was just added enough sugar until after I kept getting it mixed up that it made pretty much the consistency of what, cookie dough would look like.
Yeah.
Rolled them in a ball, set them down, mashed them with the fork, and baked them on 350, I think, at about 10 to 12 minutes.
Wow.
Not bad. You can make those camping.
I'm sitting here trying to remember. We got off on the Upper Pod 5 because you got talking about school and you said, you went through, you was in Upper Pod 5, and that's when I decided that our school was like, 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, then you was the junior and the senior. And I swear to you, I've never heard of a school that labeled anything like Upper Pod, because that sounded like a wing at a prison. But I can remember if we got started off on that, and then I got spun off, talking about the old boy that was in there tossing sales at the jail, the county jail here, and that boy had that stack of honey buns, had like 28 or 30 honey buns piled up. And we couldn't figure out how he had all them honey buns. You know, then we figured out he's doing favors and getting paid with honey buns. It's like, yeah, we got to pondering. We wasn't sure that he really liked honey buns because he wasn't eating them; he was just saving them. So I think he liked the favors more than he did the getting the honey buns.
Oh gosh. That's what's so bad. I mean, why would you hoard your honey buns like that? Wouldn't you be worried that they'd just come in and take them if you ain't eating them?
I don't know, but he had
I like honey buns, so I'm hanging on to mine. I mean, they gonna be no stack.
Yeah, he had like a mountain of honey buns. Show Dog couldn't jumped over that pile of honey buns. Oh man.
Maybe for a Scooby snack.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I don't know. It's like, I'll tell you what though, if you hadn't ever tried it, take you a cast iron skillet and put you a little bit of butter in it, take you a honey bun and plop it in there and fry that thing on both sides. It's like,
yes, you ain't kidding.
Do that, fry it where it gets a little crisp, pull it out and throw you a big ball of vanilla ice cream on top of it.
Oh God, yeah. My mama used to do that with donuts. She would take a couple day old donuts, the glazed ones, and take a cast iron skillet and throw some butter in there and heat that donut up. Holy crap.
Oh yeah. Look here. I can see where that'd be good, but yeah. No doubt that, we got to wondering that. What did y'all have like where you went to school? Did y'all have a regular prom, or was it just like visitation day for families to come see you, or what?
Well, never mind.
We can't tell the Arkansas story. Hey, y'all right there. Look, anybody that don't know tomorrow, please don't miss out on Woodwalkers because we got special guests tomorrow. We got PJ and Paul gonna come on with us tomorrow.
Yes.
Yep. Oh, man, Katie G said do it with a blueberry muffin. Oh my goodness.
Oh, I can't.
You had me at blueberry. I love anything blueberry.
Mm.
But
I know I told Greg, I said I was making jug planners. And I said, crap, we need to do just like some little like DIY, kind of tips, tricks, and hacks and stuff like that. We may do an episode on something like that.
Yeah.
Just, you know what I mean? Stuff you got laying around that, you might not think that you could use for something, and just give you a few ideas on some stuff. Cause I keep my vinegar jugs and cut them and make berry picking jugs, hanging flower pots, all kinds of shit with them.
Yeah. Roger said that Peyton asked him to tell him about my razor blade story. Yeah. Peyton's on pushing up toward 30, I guess now. And son, I don't know if you're old enough to hear that story.
It's pretty bad.
It's traumatic, son. Let me just tell you this. If you ever hear me talk about my threshold for pain, I ain't playing. Look, I got one.
Greg, how many subscribers will it take before you tell the story to everybody?
I don't know how many we got. I don't even know how many we got right now.
We're like, I think right under 300 still. And I know we've got like a few thousand, several thousand, over 3,000, something like that, I think, on the Woodwalkers. So some of y'all ain't subscribing.
Yeah, I think it's about 3,800 on Woodwalkers right now.
I don't know.
I tell you what, if we can get 1,000 on Night Owls, we hit 1,000. I'll tell the infamous story, and trust me, it's worth it.
But but you can't tell it in a way that's going to get us in trouble. You have to.
No,
You have to dial it back.
I'm not much on sugarcoating, but I'll damn sure have to smother that one with some sugar, because if we didn't, we'd be kicked off the air.
Yeah.
I promise you, it's a horrendous. It'll be one of the funniest stories you've ever heard, but it'll make you cringe every time you think about it.
283 Wendell said, "Thank you, Wendell." Yeah, no, it's something else for sure. I couldn't have done it, and I mean, pain don't bother me, not for the most part. I mean, it takes a lot because
Yeah.
But
No, it's part of my life that I wish it never happened. And and even the time that Wanda tried to set my family jewels on fire with that match and the rubbing alcohol, that wasn't even nothing compared to that. I mean, look, tick removal. If you're sitting there with your manhood covered in rubbing alcohol like a puddle of it, and your wife's brainstorm is to come walking into the bathroom where you're sitting there with all your glory hanging out, and she strikes a big kitchen match, I can prove to you from 8 feet away it's possible to blow out a damn kitchen match.
Bad thing is I get a visual of this crap that you tell.
Look, I was screaming and cussing profusely because here I am with my junk totally covered. The 70% alcohol, the highly flammable stuff. And she was going to try to heat this tick up that I'm trying to drown with alcohol. Look, could you at least wait till the alcohol's gone and evaporated? That's not going to be good.
Thank you, guys. Oh, man. I don't care. That was funny because I can see Wanda just trying to help and box of matches in one hand and a lit match in the other.
When that big wooden kitchen match went down the side of that box, you could have heard it 4 miles away. And I looked at this big ball of fire. Well, look, I'm trying to control and not go into full blown panic.
You are.
Look, to me, when that match lit and I'm covered, my junk's covered in this rubbing alcohol, I was waiting. It's like she might as well have damn flamethrowers from what I was saying. I was saying it's hard. Yeah, I wasn't ready to take the fire challenge.
Oh God, I can't freaking.
All because of the damn tick. I mean, I had a tick buried up in all my greatness. Yeah, that's exactly what it was doing, Hillary.
Oh my greatness. You think highly of yourself, don't you, Greg?
Hey, I can't help it. It's genetics, Misty. Oh man,
I can't see or breathe.
But I promise you, 8 to 10 feet, I can blow a damn kitchen match out like a tornado hit it.
Oh,
Fear is a motivator.
That's so funny.
Oh man.
Yes.
Yeah. Look, she's like, I didn't think. I said, bullshit. You didn't think.
Ooh.
Blowtorch had been easier. Oh
man. I know you better use the tick spray for sure, especially here lately.
Yeah, man. I don't. We sprayed down with some just bug repellent off or something. Is what we was using at LBL. Me and one and Abby didn't get a tick, not a one. And shit, I reckon we was only, I guess, about the only 3 people up there that didn't get ticks on us.
Really?
Yeah.
Best thing I ever found to use. A lot of times, I very rarely get a tick either. I use permethrin. And yep, I spray my tent, everything with it. You can spray all of it, and it dries. It ain't got no odor like that DEET does, and it works better in DEET, and you ain't got that smell to deal with. You can soak your tent, your hammock, all kinds of stuff in it to while you're out in the woods camping. Do it beforehand, let it dry.
Yeah, we used to aggravate different people about be out doing something. We'd ask them, if they'd take a handkerchief or a rag and soak it kerosene, tied around their ankle. You know what that's for? You know what that's for, don't you?
What?
Take kerosene rags and tie around their ankles to keep the sugar ants from crawling up and eating their candy ass.
I've heard that before, but I forgot. That's funny.
Yeah. Yep. That's forward. All prevention.
Yeah. No, I spray it when I got my clothes and stuff like that on. I spray my boots and stuff down with it good. My clothes. Yeah, I ain't taking no chance with no ticks. I hate to say it, but I mean,
all right.
As much as I get out and go through all the freaking crap, I hate getting ticks. They remind me too much of spiders.
Yeah. Oh man, Misty, I seen you commented on Dee Dee's thing about that down tarantula she about stepped on. When I seen that post, I thought, my God, Misty would have burnt that whole half the state of Texas down if you'd have seen that damn thing.
I'm telling you right now, I think I'd have needed something bigger. I don't believe my rat shot would have took care of that.
Yeah. I mean, look, just for people that don't know, I mean, Misty's called me one night and we're talking, and she's got a pistol in her hand and she's trying to decide whether to actually shoot this spider that's in the doorway of her greenhouse.
No, there wasn't no debating. I was about to take it out, but I was afraid I was going to take some of my doorway with it too.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like it's got me trapped and it's looking at me.
It gets jazz hands. Look, I'm telling you right now, me and these little jumping spiders out here in the garden, now we've been making besties. I'm all right with that. I've been taking it in, and we got an understanding with each other now. They don't come at me, I don't go at them, I just leave them alone. They do their own thing. But when they start wanting to come at me or whatever, that's when I start getting nervous. But I've been trying to play with them a little bit.
She sent me a link on Facebook, and it's like these people it's like fans of jumping spiders or something. They catch them and name them and keep them and raise them, and you got to admit, little jumping spiders are kind of cool because they are kind of fuzzy and cuddly.
They're adorable.
Yep. What was it? Wasn't it last year that you actually let one get on your finger or something?
Hey, look, now me and that one, we were cool. And listen, I hate to say this, but I had one that was living in my mailbox just recently. And me and JR both had been letting it live in there because, we didn't want to kill it or do away with it. It wasn't hurting nothing. Y'all, I felt so freaking bad. I closed this spider up when I checked the mail. Not on purpose, and it ain't funny, but it fell right as I was letting the door down, and it caught it in the bottom part of the door, but I didn't know it was on the top of the door. I felt horrible, and it fell down. It broke its little front leg. I don't know. I don't think it smashed it. I hope it didn't die. I dug it out of the grass and put it back in the mailbox.
That's why. Look, you come a long way. You was like ready to shoot spiders with a dang pistol. You was trying to save one. I'm proud of you.
Yeah. Hey, look, I try. I'm trying to be a better person and, not just kill random bugs.
Yeah, she 100% said jazz hands.
They get that little like this. Have you not ever noticed when you come at a spider, they'll stand up on them back legs and throw them damn front hands up and start waving them in the air. It's creepy. Hey, I'm telling you. We're back.
Yeah.
Listen, there ain't a whole lot that scares me, but I'm terrified of damn crazy looking spiders. And it don't even have to be a big one. It can be something small. Looks like it's carrying around thorns on its back. I've seen little spiders like that, little damn look like pyramids all over its back, or some kind of little sphere or something that's pointed. And they don't have to be but like this big. It scares the crap out of me. I'm done.
Well, I'll tell you what, you know, doing what I do for a living, which for people that don't know, I own my own heating and air company. And we have to crawl up in people's attics and under houses, crawl spaces a lot. You probably can't see it right now, but right here on my arm by this footprint, I've got a red mark right here, and that's a scar from a spider bite. The thing bit me 2 years ago, and
I mean,
I felt something, you know, like I felt it bite me. It wasn't like getting snake bit or anything, but y'all, that made a sore like $50, and I thought I was going to lose part of these tattoos right here. I thought it was going to ruin my revolver tattoo and this Bigfoot footprint because it got horrible. And me being me, I'm squirting it with alcohol. After a couple of days, it's swelling up, looked like I'm growing an appendage out. And I cut it open with a razor blade and drained it. And I did that about 4 different times. And y'all, I thought, yeah, I don't go to doctors very much because they tend to tell me it's something bad news. I never get good news. So I kept cutting it open and draining it and boiling it out with peroxide and cleaning it. And I rummaged through the medicine cabinet and found like 2 or 3 old prescriptions had like 2 or 3 different pills, antibiotics. So I was taking those. And it healed up. It made a scar. It feels like there's a BB under my skin, but I got over it. But now I've been bit a few times, and I know Troy Allen's been bit several times because Troy does waterproofing under people's houses, and he has to crawl around a lot. But yeah, it's spiders. I mean, they're not my friend, but I don't like freak out about them. But yeah, it's you just got to watch spiders. Which I'm the same way with like venomous snakes. I'm not terrified of them, but they're not going to be my friend. Oh man, there's Leanne done come in here. Look at there. Look here. Right here on the lamp. Look at her. Got my little Bigfoot, Leanne, give me.
Are those not cute?
I'm so let down. She sent a whole box of these to Bowman. He's been blasting them with his damn super flip.
They're like a little flexible. They're like
yes, I mean they're like rubber. They bend and stuff. Yeah, these are like cool as crap. But now look, we got all kinds of stuff.
Keychains and stuff's awesome, y'all. Thank you for the stuff.
Yes.
I just got a package from Verby, and she sent me and JR the cutest freaking shirts. And if you don't know Verby, they actually are separate feet, and so they make a set of prints. If we both wear them at the same time, they'll make like actual the way the prints are supposed to be. And mine's got mushrooms and stuff in it. It's awesome. Sent some stickers. Leanne and Barry sent those, and the Woodstock keychains. Yes, those are awesome. They're engraved on the back. Crystal and Solomon sent me a shirt. Lori Ladd sent me some cool stuff. A bunch of gems and stones and
got these
the pins. Yes, I love those hat pins.
Super hat pins. Check out that. That was Aunt Verby. But hey, yeah, Leanne had the little rubber Bigfoots and had the awesome Woodstock keychains. So yes.
You lost your.
The what?
She said, I can.
Ken's done lost his?
I can send you some.
Oh, wow.
He said he's got the key ring. He lost his little scotch.
Oh, no. Yeah, mine. Look, if you could see mine, I've got my lampshade right here. I put two sewing needles in there, like under his armpits, holding him on my lampshade.
Hey, hang on a second. Hold on. Yeah, Spencer was making fun of me because he said, don't be putting all that hippie shit on everything. But I think they turned out good. They turned out awesome. Chris Reinhardt is actually the one, I'm pretty sure, that done that original picture.
I think he did. I think that's right.
Yeah, so I didn't design it. He did and sent it to me. It was awesome. Thank you for that.
I got man, and on the back, she's got LBL 2026 on the back of that. And look, it's so damn cool. I just got it hanging on my lamp right here because I don't want to use it for a key ring because I don't want to skin it out.
Hey, hang on just a second. I've got a heater going in here. Let me open a window. It's making my nose dry.
Oh, the dreaded dry nose.
It's so cold here.
Hey, it's cool as crap outside here. It's in the 50s right now.
I'm worried about my plants. It's supposed to get down to 40, and I brought in a couple of things, but I didn't bring everything in.
But I mean, look, anybody that missed out, I mean, I hate that everybody couldn't come to the LBL. Missed out.
Yeah, it'd be nice if something would happen.
Yeah, but well, hey, look, this doorway right here. I mean, I got this big door open. You see out the glass. So if anything comes up there, tell me. You had a bunch of stuff going on this last few days, hadn't you?
It was weird. I haven't heard any like hollering or anything like that, but I've had a bunch of knocks and some kind of weird scream. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what it was either way. Chris has actually got somebody looking at a few of them to see if they can kind of pull it up and match it with anything. So we'll see.
Yeah. Man, we made a big pound of brownies in there, and I'm having to stay the hell away from them, Misty. Here you are eating cookies.
Sorry.
I send her a message all the time. I sent her a message, was it last night before? I said, I know you're snackish. I could feel my night owl tattoo starting to tingle, so I know Misty's eating something.
And I was pizza and chips.
Yeah.
Man,
we got 59 folks in here. This is a show for the cool kids.
This is got somebody in Scab. Well, hey Scab, hey everybody.
Yeah.
If you're just getting in here or whatever, thanks for being here and hanging out with us. Just bull crapping. Didn't really have no topic or nothing.
Nah, we're gonna try to get some topics up, do some stuff.
Yeah, I think we do need to do. I mean, right now I hate to say it, and I'm not trying to be like, I better not even say that either because that'll probably get flagged. But like, not really survival type stuff, but like we were talking about, maybe just some DIY, some different kind of tips, tricks, and hacks, and little money saving.
Here's the thing, Misty. Just like where I live, right here by the National Forest, we had people go missing, which they found them, but like 2 weekends in a row, we had 3 people one weekend, next weekend 3 different people come up missing. One group, the last group, which was 2 weekends ago, they went in on a Saturday hiking, and they were about as prepared as if they was going to Walmart. I mean, they were like totally unprepared and had a little bit of stuff, but not nowhere near what they should have had. Now, they were smart enough. I guess the guy that was with them, they found a rock shelter to get up under and get out of the rain because, look, it rained for like 5 hours.
Greg, do you have your volume up any at all on the other phone? Because it's squealing. It's got a little bit of feedback.
No, this is totally muted.
It's fine now.
Well, my phone may have been too close. I moved it over here.
Okay.
It may have just been too close. But anyway, these people were totally unprepared, y'all. And I mean, I've had to go, I was part of the sheriff's department, the rescue for over here in the forest for several years. And It's amazing. I mean, people would bottle off in the woods, and they wouldn't even have, like, they may have one bottle of water, wouldn't have any way to make a fire, wouldn't have any extra clothing. We went in one night and there was like 9 people. It was like a grandmother that was like 75 years old, then her daughters, and I think the 2 women was her daughters, and then her son-in-laws, and they had like a bunch of kids with them. It was like 9 people in this group, and they bottled in there and was about 3 miles from the vehicle, and they even had an infant with them. Well, it was kind of like today, you know, it was pretty nice. It was like in the 70s. Well, that night it got down to like 45 degrees. And these people didn't have a flashlight. They didn't have a cigarette lighter. They didn't have nothing. And got in there and it got dark and they couldn't see to get out. And we hiked in a couple of miles and found them. They were on the riverbank, huddled up in a big wad. It looked like chickens wadded up. And which I carried in. I had a backpack that had some like peanut butter crackers and stuff like that, bottles of water. We went in there, and instead of marching them out right then, we built a big fire and let them get warm, and we kept them warm for a while. And we actually, the time we got to them, we waited a few hours and waited till it got daylight, and then we walked them back out. But I carried in provisions that way, make sure they all had something to eat and something to drink, and had to let them, you know, built a big fire and let them get warm before we got them out. But they went in there with nothing. Hell, most of them had on like shorts and flip flops or Crocs. It was like, my God, you know, this is not a walk in the park. This is a wilderness area. But people will bottle off in there just like, you know, there's nothing to it.
I can't see wearing, I mean, why would you, you know, I used to have a pair of sandals or whatever that I hiked in, but that's what they were made for. Maybe that's what they had on. But if you know that you're going to be taking a chance on, you know, being out like that, don't ever go into the woods without having a bottle of water on you, at least a daggone way to start a fire if you have to.
Yeah.
I mean, because you may not have signal depending on where you're at. I know a lot of times whenever we go hunting, we're probably 30, 45 minutes from even getting signal. And if you get to the top of the mountain, you might ping signal enough to get a text or a call. But I mean, that's at the very top of the mountain.
We went in there, and I know some of these folks heard me talk about this before, but my buddy that was head of the rescue for over here in the forest, he called me one night. It was about 10 o'clock. He said, "Look, we got a woman missing." I said, "Where you at, and where do I need to be?" Well, he told me where to meet up with him, and we had some more guys and some volunteers from a local fire department. And it was me and 8 more guys went in. Well, my buddy, he was in charge of everything, so he stayed out. And he told him, he said, he pointed at me and told everybody, he said, "Look, Greg's law enforcement. He's in charge. Y'all, whatever he says goes." So I lead the charge, and we go in. And we'd got the state police helicopter to fly around and do a search grid. They just kept getting bigger circles, and they found this lady. And look, she was on a trailhead or down a trail. And they told us, said, you know, from our position, she's going to be about 6 miles. Well, that was air miles, 6 miles. By the time we went this trail to get to this lady, it was 11 miles on foot through the forest. And we're not talking about level ground. Here where I live, it's like, you know, uphill, downhill, go down a ridge, fall off a ridge, ford a creek, water up to your knees, sometimes deeper. We had to cross 2 creeks to get to this lady. And when we went in the woods, it was like around 11:15. And we got to this lady, the helicopter, and the only way, look, I had the police radio, my police radio, Motorola. I mean, one of the best handheld radios you can get. We were so far in there, and the terrain is so rough, the only way I could communicate out was when the chopper would fly over, and I could see the chopper. I could talk to them. When they'd go over a ridge, I couldn't get out and broadcast to them. And they would fly over and they'd update us. They'd say, "Well, you know, y'all are still going the right way, or y'all need to go more north," whatever. And we got within probably 200 yards of this lady, and the chopper had to go get fuel. So we were screaming and yelling, couldn't get a response. And like I said, we done hiked like 6 hours. So it was just barely breaking daylight where you didn't have to have a light. And I'm trying to get this lady's attention to at least answer back at us. And I pulled my pistol out and I shot 3 shots in the air, just boom, boom, boom. And when I did, we heard her yell. She answered the pistol report. So we went to her, got to her. This lady was like 56 years old, and she was about 5'5", probably 250 pounds, and it had double knee replacement like 3 months before that. And I was like, what are you doing in here? Well, I was just trying to get exercise, and I had my mom drop me off up there at the trailhead, and I got in here and got lost. Y'all, it was like 11 miles that we had to walk to get to this lady. Well, we had went off of rock bluffs and shimmied down rock ledges to get to her. I mean, it was dangerous in the daytime. We've done it at night. And I'm like, there is absolute no way we can get this lady out the way we came into her. I mean, she just kept going, and I guess she just kept going downhill and downhill and downhill. And we found her where one of the biggest rivers that feeds into the lake here, it was like wide as a couch, and the water was about this deep. She was at the tributary of that. We get to her. Well, the helicopter flies around and finally comes back. It's got fuel, and they're talking to us, and I'm telling her, look, she's okay. She made it that night. The lady had 2 bottles of water and had a protein bar. That was what she had for provisions. She had dug through her pockets and found a El Cheapo, wasn't even a big cigarette lighter. It was just like we call them crack lighters. Had a little lighter. We didn't have any fuel in it. But now I'll give her credit. She had dug through her pockets and pulled out pocket lint, and she kept striking that lighter till she finally got an ember. And that's freaking thinking outside the box. But she got that pocket lint to start smoldering, and she kept blowing it and built a fire. I mean, that's the next level of survival shit. So I was proud of her. And she had a little fire, and why in the world there was enough wood there? She could have had a fire big as a Volkswagen. But she had a little fire about big as a butter bowl. And she was there by herself, rode it out all night. Well, I told her, I said, look, there's no way we can get you back out the way we come in. That's not happening. There is no way. So I said, everybody's like, well, what are we going to do? I said, well, look, I know where we're at. We're on the Sipsey. This is the Sipsey River. We need to go downstream. I said, it's going to be a ways, but as long as we keep the river on our right side and we're going to keep going the flow of the river, we're going to come out at a bridge, which that wound up being about 14 more miles. And it took the better part from daylight. I think we come out of the woods at like 3:30, 3:45 that evening. But the funny part of this is we had went about a quarter of a mile from where we found this lady. We're all single file through there helping her along. And the lady had actually like twisted her ankle. So not only has she got fresh, rebuilt knees, she's turned one of her ankles, and she said it was sore. Well, I had some, like in my backpack, I had a military backpack. I had it loaded with like provisions and food, canned food, vein of sausages, beanie weenies. I had cans. I probably had 30 pounds in this bag. And I had extra bottles of water. I had a life straw. I had all kind of stuff, but I'd actually had a first aid kit. So we bandaged her ankle and kind of, not really splinted, but we wrapped it real good with ace bandage to support it. You got her boot tied on good. But anyway, we go down, say a quarter, half a mile. Well, the helicopter comes back, flies over. Well, I'm talking to the one of the pilots, and he proceeds to tell me, he said, look, that they're telling us that they've got another helicopter coming, and the thing is coming from Mobile. Now we're talking 300 miles, but they're sending a rescue helicopter. And some of the guys in the crowd were like, man, thank God. Oh, thank God. And the state helicopter proceeds to tell me, says, there's some tornado damage where the trees are leveled. They said that's, it's like 1/8 of a mile wide. It's just the tornado had came through the year before and leveled it. And said it was right on our path. Said we were, say a quarter of a mile from it. And they wanted us to go there and stage in the middle of that down timber because the helicopter come in. And I looked at that lady. I said, ma'am, have you ever flown in a helicopter? Well, her face just kind of goes white. And she goes, no, I've never flown in a helicopter. I said, well, don't worry. You're not going to fly in this one. She goes, what do you mean? I said, well, this rescue helicopter is going to have like a 150-foot cable. The helicopter's going to be up here. Cable's going to come down, and they're going to have a harness or 2 harnesses. They're going to fly in, come down. We'll strap like 2 people in the harness, and they're going to take off and fly out and then land you in the parking lot. When you get out, they're going to shuttle people back and forth. That lady looks me square in the eyes and goes, oh, hell no, they ain't. I said, so you're saying you're denying transport by helicopter? She said, they're not tying me under a helicopter. So I start laughing. I said, well, ma'am, they're not going to tie me under one either. I said, I'm not going to be dangling. I don't know what in my whole fiber, because my buddy that's in charge of this, I've been knowing him for 15 years, and what in the hell I've ever done to make him think that I'm going to tie in under a helicopter and be drug up through the trees is going to happen, but it ain't happening. And I looked at them other guys. I said, all right, any of y'all that wants to go out by helicopter, that's fine. We'll hook you up. Y'all can leave. I'm going to go out with her. I can get her out by myself. That's no problem. It just takes a little longer. And they were like, a couple more of them was like, they're not tying my ass under a helicopter either. Ain't happening. So finally, everybody's like, well, if y'all ain't going to do it, we ain't going to do it. So the helicopter comes back over, and I'm radioing. I said, that's negatory on that. We're going to be walking out. You turn that bird around. We don't need it. And they were arguing. It's like, but it's on the way. I said, I don't give a damn. They save their fuel because I'm walking out. I'm not. Look, there wasn't enough people there holding guns on me to tie my ass under a helicopter. So we walked out. And like I said, it was pushing probably 4 p.m. before we got out. But man, everybody was beat. Man, my legs hurt me. We hiked between 24, 25 miles and done it within, from 11 p.m. to the next day about 4 p.m. And we'd take little breaks and eat a bite and take a 5-minute break. But the rest of the time we was hiking. Look, I was too fat and out of shape for that bullshit.
I tell you, people get in a mess before they realize, and it don't take much. I had it happen to me, and I used to, I ain't gonna say religiously. After that, yes, I got religiously, to where I would carry a backpack. I didn't care. Hot, I mean, because anybody that gets out there climbing through all that laurel and stuff like that, and right at the very, very end of summer, it's hot, especially whenever, you've got on pants and snake leggings and just all kinds of crap. But me and Sherry both carry a backpack, and it's got everything that we had to have if something was to happen and we had to spend a night or two out in the woods. Other than food, we've got like, granola bars or, a few little snacks or whatever in there with us. But
Misty,
water, fire, shelter, anything that we need, we've got.
Well,
I'm telling you now, if you're going to be out in the woods, you better be prepared, because I got turned around one night and I took flashlights in with me, but several of the guys actually didn't have flashlights, because there again, you go running in real quick to go get the dogs, and you don't think you're going to be in there that longer that you're going to need flashlights or whatever. Well, I gave one of the guys, I brought 2 flashlights in with me, gave one of the guys one of my flashlights. Would just so happen the one that I had, it wasn't bright enough for nothing, and brand new batteries, but it just wasn't a good flashlight.
Yeah.
And I couldn't see nothing. And my dog come back to me because I hadn't come out yet. I was leading a dog of Sherry's out, and Sherry followed him back in to me and it brought me a better flashlight, and we walked back out. But which I knew where I was, I knew when I came out where I was at, there's only 2 ways you can go from there, right or left. And they both would have brought me out somewhere. But the only thing is it's 6 miles if I had walked back the wrong way, or it was 500 yards going the right way. So But I got turned around. It was nighttime and I had no idea, where I was at because we didn't even come in that way to the dogs. We walked half the mountain just trying to get over to them.
Yeah, well, that like you was talking about that night you went in there and it got the sleet and snowing on you, and you'd went in there forever. Good Lord, what was it? You went back and got the dogs in the sleet and snow, wasn't it?
Do what?
I said you went in there at time and got them dogs when it was sleeting and snowing. Went by yourself.
And that was horrible. We thought we was going to have to leave them, and nobody likes doing that. I mean, nobody likes leaving their dogs, especially when it's cold and whatever. And it was so cold and miserable by the time, well, when the guys walked in to get the dogs where they was at, they had to build a fire where they was just to try to get warm and get the dogs warm and stuff like that to come back out, because it went from being just hardly any snow at all to when you got to the top of the mountain, it was feet. And I'm talking straight up and down. Jim's little dog and another guy's dog actually were together, two of the last ones coming out. They were young and kind of got behind, and nobody could get them. Nobody could get them to ping or nothing. And we thought we was going to have to wind up leaving them. And I told Jim, I said, I'm not leaving them dogs. And so I got a flashlight and got my pistol and a radio and went in and tracked them, was calling for them and tracking and calling. I got to where I was trying to follow the footprints and where the dogs were, but some of them had split off, like they had went different ways. And I guess some of the dogs had went to the wrong side. I don't really know what had happened. I just know what I seen when I got in there, and they were straight up. I had to get down on my hands and knees and pull my sweatshirt up past my elbows and crawl on my hands and knees up to these dogs. They had went up to where the fire was and had laid down right there next to him, cold, staying warm, and wouldn't come out.
Yeah.
So when I got in there close enough to them, though, they followed me out and came out. But we definitely don't like leaving nothing. I mean, if you don't have to or whatever. And Jim was worried about me walking in. At this time, though, y'all, when this happened, I wasn't doing this Bigfoot stuff at all. I had no idea that there is a chance that, something like that could be standing over my shoulder or whatever. That was the furthest thing I ever believed in. I mean, how can something that big not be seen? How's it still hiding? That was always my thought. And then Sherry kind of drugged me into this, and then Spencer drugged me into this, and Greg drugged me into this.
Yeah, well, you got drug in, ain't no doubt.
Here we are.
But here you are. Hey, look at the fun you'd best out on. Oh, but man, it's been fun. Oh,
I tell you, you wouldn't believe the people that you meet doing this. Good people, bad people, but for the most part, I mean, we have met some of the best people ever.
Oh yeah, yes, yeah. I don't know what I've got going on with this computer. I can't get it to where I can see all our backstage stuff. I don't know why, but it's just that way. Oh, but yeah, but that's what happens though, Misty, is, we got stories like that, and we've got, but we've grown up in the woods. My God, I mean, I've lived, in or around this forest my entire life.
Yeah, well, I tell you, and it's scary when you know what I mean, when you think, I've got turned around because I wasn't paying attention, even though you broke the little limbs and stuff like that and marked your trail walking in. That ain't the way you were going back out. And nobody in a vehicle was over that way. I had to go the same way everybody else went because we came in from a different way, and everybody drove across the mountain and came back around, that way to get the last of the dogs and the last of the ones that was in there.
Well, a lot of people
feeling to think you're going to be by yourself in a place that there's rattlesnakes and bear and mountain lion and
Mhm.
Everything
Well,
else just
that night, the night that we went in there and got that lady and got her out, the one I just told you about, that night before daylight, I had 3 different copperheads, and I don't mean small ones. I'm talking about that big around and over 3 foot long, laying in the trail. And this trail ain't open. It was a lot of like little bitty little bushes and stuff. And I was just having to critique everything, but there was 3. I'm talking about award-winning copperheads. And then the next morning, we walked across or walked through where there was 2 rattlesnakes and another copperhead.
I'm behind on comments. I was trying to catch up.
Yeah, they
Black
yeah, that's but one thing that I've noticed with people, like I had to go help people track deer. They'd track them a little ways and they couldn't find them. And the thing about it was they'll get to focusing on the ground and looking for blood. And they'll go, I mean, sometimes I've helped people track deer for half a mile and they'll wind up getting turned around. I have to argue with them of which way we got to go, like a shortcut to come out or even the back way we come in, because they're focused looking down. Look, it's okay. You got to look down to find the blood. But if you go over about 10 or 12, 15 feet, you need to look up and look around really good about where you're at. You don't look just for trees. You got to look for hills, slopes, valleys, branches that come in. Look for some major landmarks. Look for a big hill and focus on that big hill and see where you're oriented around that hill. But a lot of people will just stare at the ground and they'll bottle through the damn woods. They might as well be blindfolded, because when they start coming out, they're looking up here and they ain't got a damn clue which way they've come.
Well, what was so bad about that is that same trip, whenever we were going in, I mean, it was one of those situations to where the bear had already come down like 2 or 3 times after they had made it into the tree and started pulling dogs. It would just come so far down and just jump over the dogs and take off running again. And so it was one of those things to where people were having to get there quick before it got a breath and got down and kept running. Well, I was freaking not paying attention. I mean, I was, but at the same time, we were going through a lot of like underbrush and stuff that had been just, fell down like old stubby limbs and shit broke off. You know what I'm talking about? Just kind of laying around. Well, I ran into one of those with my shin and stuck a stub through my shin. And it started coming through my daggone pants. And by the time I made it out, I've still got a scar from it, but there wasn't nothing I could do about it. That was the same time I didn't take my backpack in, which I always carry a first aid kit and stuff like that, extra flashlights, whatever. Didn't have none of that with me. And so we just had to keep going. By the time we got out, my leg was swelled about twice the size, and it was horrible. But yeah, I mean, there again, I would have been hurt spending the night by myself if I hadn't had stuff with me. I don't know what I would have done. I'd have been able to start fire probably, because my daughter made me a bracelet and I always wear it. And it's got a compass and a whistle and a fire starter, and it's made of paracord. So, I mean, I've always got that on me. I don't care if it's hiking, hunting, fishing, whatever. If I'm doing anything outside, it gets put on. So I know I've always got that, but it still would have been bad.
Yeah. Yeah, but like I said, people, they go unprepared, and I've begged them on the trailheads here, because there's several trailheads here in the forest. I've begged them to put up big signs, big signs that says, this trail is X number of miles long, and have them rated like light, medium, extreme, whatever, extra hard. Come up with a label and give people a list of things that they recommend for them to take with them, like food, water, some type of shelter. What it depends on, and let people know that on average, for somebody that's a normal hiker, then it may take you, say, 9 hours to complete this trail. So they actually know that, okay, well, if I'm in good shape, it's going to take 9 hours. They ought to be able to figure out, well, if I've got my goofy ass here at 12 o'clock and it's going to get dark by 5, that means 4 hours my ass is going to be in the dark trying to get out. Oh. Yeah, that's, I don't know, but people, you know, I mean, you see people all the time that they treat life, well, you know, caution to the wind, I'm not going to worry about shit. That's the way they seem to get by, but they usually get by because other people, you know, will help them out. Well, if you're over there and people don't even know where you're at, there's nobody there to help you.
What time is it? We've been on here for almost 2 hours just doing nothing.
Yeah, but we're good at it.
Look, I got to show y'all something right quick. It wasn't that. I didn't mean to come at you like that. I was rubbing my eyes and I did pulled them backwards and went cross-eyed.
Oh my gosh.
I got to show them the Cabbage Patch. Hold on, y'all.
Oh yes, sir. Patch deal.
This is what I was going to have for the background. Just messing with Greg. Check this out. That is the creepiest shit ever.
That reminds me of the Garbage Pail Kids instead of the Cabbage Patch Kids.
Is that not creepy? Oh, shit. I go. That's funny.
Oh my gosh. I'm just glad you're feeling a whole lot better and we're getting you back in the village. If these people actually seen our usual text messages in one day. Oh my gosh.
Well, guys, I guess we need to get off here. It's
Yeah, we'll get off here. But like I said, y'all don't forget us. I mean, it'll be 1:30 Central tomorrow. 1:30 Central, 2:30 Eastern. But get on here with us and support PJ and Paul. And we'll see y'all on Woodwalkers tomorrow.
Oh, that's neat. I used to love those. You remember, I think we talked about them before. I got to tell you this right quick. Speaking of the Cabbage Patch Kids, you remember the Garbage Pail Kids?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, the Garbage Pail. That's what that reminded me of, was the Garbage Pail Kids.
Yes. Oh my God. I used to love those freaking things. I used to collect them. You know, they were stickers, not just cards.
Oh my God.
I don't know how many people did not know that. JR had no idea. And I was like, are you kidding me? Those were stickers. Like
So
they were trading cards, but they were stickers.
They were stickers. The cards were actually stickers.
Yes.
You're the only damn person crazy enough to try to tear it apart and figure that out.
I don't know how many people didn't even know that, but yes, I had them damn things stuck all over everything.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Now look, we carried Abby. Abby's got a Cabbage Patch doll. We went over to the Cabbage Patch and had one made. It's or maybe no. I'm telling you a story because when we went over there, I think we had one made. This was before Colt was even born. Yeah, we had to go. Oh, it's a big to do. I mean, you go in there and you get a damn birth certificate for that damn gifted thing.
Yes. Oh, I'm telling you.
Yeah, that, and look, that's not over. It's over there close to the Bigfoot Museum over in Georgia, where Amanda works. It's over in North Georgia.
I
Yeah, that's
love them things.
but yeah, that's we I'm about ready to go back to the Bigfoot Museum. We hadn't been over in about 7 or 8 years.
I ain't never been. I want to go.
We need to go. We
Talking
need
about the one where Amanda works.
yes. Yes, it's cool as crap.
I've never been.
But we need to go. My kids go. We carry our kids. They act like they went to Disney World. Oh, we need to go over there. We go over there and we need to set it up and do a meet and greet over there or something.
Oh, one of the neighbors has got the radio going. I believe they've damn.
What kind of music they got? They got that turban music or what?
Oh, I think that may have been a car. Wow. Or they turned it down one. I don't know. Every neighbor around here, I'd say if they're outside, which they probably ain't because it's cold tonight. I get to cackling, which I've got the windows closed, so it might not be too loud.
Oh, wait. Hillary, we're talking about going to the Bigfoot Museum in Cherry Log, Georgia, over where Roger's co-host Amanda works.
There's supposed to be a Bigfoot turd over there that's like feet long.
Yeah, yeah.
Wonder if that's real.
I don't know. Yeah, we need to look. We do need that. We need to go rent a cabin over in Dahlonega, and me and you and Spencer and Roger and carry our spouses and go over and Dahlonega. If you've never been to Dahlonega, you ever been to Dahlonega, Georgia?
I don't know if I have or not.
Oh, if you ever been to Dahlonega, you'd remember it. It's freaking awesome. Awesome, awesome. It's not far. What we need to do is go to Dahlonega and go to Helen. Have you ever been to Helen, Georgia?
I don't know. My dad was from Georgia.
Look, we rented a cabin on Blood. We rented a cabin or rented 2 cabins on Blood Mountain, and they said that the reason they called it Blood Mountain said that it was like the Cherokee and Creeks, and it was like 3 or 4 Indian tribes that had I'm talking about knockdown, drag out, like a war that lasted for weeks or months. And they said that honestly, there were so many people killed in that Indian war. They said the branches and the streams ran red with blood. So they called that Blood Mountain. And it's a creepy damn place now. We rented a cabin up there. God, it's been 20 years ago. And they just about had to pipe in the sunshine to that place. I'm talking about it was sketchy getting there. We went in there and we had to cross a creek that was about 50 or 60 feet wide, and there was no bridge. You drove into the creek and forded the creek, went out, and hell, I bet the creek was shit. It was way over knee deep. Wanda had a Pontiac Grand Prix. I was like, shit, we may get washed away, but yeah, it was awesome. I mean, we had a hell of a time, and it was on the side of a dam. Both them cabins was like teetering on the side of the mountain. But it's cool.
Yeah. I'd be down to go because there's a lot of things in Georgia I'd like to go look at. I love like old museum stuff, old Civil War type stuff, and old, you know what I mean? Like just old plantations, like Biltmore and stuff. Not like that, but you know what I'm saying? Like the old ones that they actually kept, you know, with like just the old smokehouses, just everything on them. We had one right down the road down here, and I went to school with the boy that lived there, and I absolutely loved this place. It was so beautiful. My dream is to have a house like that, or one with a wraparound porch. One of these days I'm going to have it.
Look, I got to check my lotto tickets. I got 2 lotto tickets for 10 draws when we was up there in Tennessee at LBL. So look, y'all keep your fingers crossed. I hit that lotto. We're gonna have a Woodwalker compound, about 1,000 acres somewhere. Yes, there is I've been to that gold mine. There is one underneath. That's the only place you'll find a gold mine under a gold mine, because 'cause there's one underneath the Walmart. 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 'C Yeah, my daddy's family. We looked at back on the census records. They were in Dahlonega, Georgia, when Dahlonega was founded. When the gold strike first hit in Dahlonega, it was in the 1830s. And my grandmother's family, the Lance, Lance Lance family, and it's like my fifth great granddaddy was the first preacher to preach Baptist in Lumpkin County, Georgia, which is where Dahlonega at. But he helped start the very first church that was the first Baptist church in Lumpkin County. And his son, which would have been, I think, my fourth great granddaddy, he's either fourth or, like I said, Samuel was the fourth or fifth. Anyway, his son, he was the one that got killed by lightning. He got struck by lightning and killed in the Yehula Baptist Church, like courtyard or the churchyard. And he was kind of like a county commissioner. He had summoned a crowd of the men of Lumpkin County, and it was like July the 7th or July the 9th, and I think it was 1857. But the Dahlonega Nugget newspaper, which was started in the 1830s, they actually had a newspaper article that talked about what happened to him, and he was addressing a crowd of like 150 men of Lumpkin County, basically telling them, hey, look, this group, if you live over here, these roads, we need bushes cut back, holes filled in, or whatever. We need y'all. He was kind of like I said, kind of like a county commissioner, road commissioner. And him and his best friend was standing under a big oak tree in the Yehula Baptist Church yard, and lightning hit the tree and it killed him and his best friend. Well, then his son, which would have been like my third great granddaddy, was standing in the crowd and watched his father get killed. And they're all buried right there at the Yehula Baptist Church on Yehula Creek there in Dahlonega. But and then it goes down from there. But I've got a lot of relatives. We used to go to a family reunion in Dahlonega, like every year, every other year. But yeah, I've got some lineage that I can directly tie to Dahlonega, Georgia, from the 1830s.
Sorry, I had to keep my mic muted because I'm wondering if where I'm using this glass table, I don't think it's you that was echoing. It was me, I believe, whenever you talk. Do you hear it when I talk?
I can't hear it. I mean, you may have to get your old McDonald's wrapper or something lay under it.
See it? That's what I'm going to say. I just moved it out here just for tonight.
Yeah. So you're in your greenhouse, ain't you?
Yeah. It's too cold to sit outside. I was going to sit out there in the little bistro area.
No doubt. See, you could have built a fire there in the yard and let it reflect the heat.
No, I've got my fire pit out here, but I'm worried that I'm going to catch my mulch on fire. Burn the whole place down.
That'd be a bad day.
Well, now listen though, I got a better idea. I've got one of them little propane fire pits.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it out here. That way I can use it. I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, my mother done a family, my dad's family, the House family. She done a genealogy research and done a hardback book on our family heritage. And it was amazing. And this was in 1985 when Mom did that book, genealogy stuff. And we was having to go to Atlanta. We went to Atlanta, Georgia, which is about 3.5 hour drive. We went weekend after weekend on Saturdays, and we'd dig through the National Archives and researched the family lineage. And they came down through Virginia into North Carolina. Some of them settled there. Some of them came on down, then branched off from that, came down into Northeast Tennessee, and then some of them came down in Georgia, and then then on down like my great granddaddy, they came down into Jefferson County, Alabama, and then we ended up here, but kind of trickle down effect over the generations. They just kept coming further south. But I do know that that my great granddaddy, he was injured in a battle in the Civil War, and he lost a leg, and they had to amputate a leg in a field hospital, basically a down tent. And I've got in that book, I got a copy in here. He lost a leg, and he had to go back to his farm. And after the war was over, he applied for a soldier's pension. And we've got a copy of that letter that he sent the state of Georgia applying for a Confederate soldier's pension. And he was asking for $5 a month is what he was trying to get. And it tells what regiment he was in and what battle he got wounded in, lost his leg. And he was a farmer. That was his occupation. He was a farmer. And he talked about, he talked about the distress he was in from losing a leg because he couldn't plow with a mule anymore. And but he applied for that pension. It had all this stuff filled out, and he filled it out in like 1867, 1868. And we got copies of all that. It's in that book, but he was denied. They turned him down. He didn't get a pension. And he was basically begging them for $5 a month, and they wouldn't. He never got a pension, and basically it wound up his kids had to provide for him. But he had a farm in North Georgia. So yeah, I am truly a son of a Confederate veteran.
Greg, I guess we better get off here. I need to turn this heater off. My eyes and stuff are getting so dry from sitting out here with all this heat going.
Yep. Well, y'all, we've enjoyed it. And we will see y'all soon, maybe. Well, we'll see you tomorrow on Woodwalkers. So y'all come hang out with us.
PJ and Paul.
Yep, PJ and Paul. You ain't kidding. Look, you're gonna have to look under every rock you can find to find people better than they are. They ain't no doubt. So definitely looking forward to that. So, well, guys,
thank you.
We'll get out of here, and we'll see y'all tomorrow. And y'all keep your eyes peeled for another Woodwalkers. Tell your friends about us. Send them a link. Share it to them. Like and share, please. All the likes. Yep.
Go check out the older ones on the Woodwalkers. After Hours, then Night Owls. So.
Yep. So.
Right. Well,
all right. Big love, everybody. We'll see y'all for long.
Peace out, Girl Scout.
Saxophone weeps a lonely blues down on a street with nothing to lose. Saw a flash of fangs in the alley's grind. Someone's running out of precious time. There's a heavy breathing beneath your bed, filled with all the things your mama dreads. You say it sleeps, but the fear is deep, and we're the only promise they can keep. Hear the call.